Hi guys, it's Melissa with Melissa Peterson Designs. Happy Friday. Hope you guys have had a great week. I am working on this project. This has been out for me to do. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't get that primed. Hang on a second. This one's been getting hard to open. I got my glue prepped, but I didn't get the paint prepped. Happy Friday, sorry about that. I wanted to work on this. I did make it to Hobby Lobby yesterday. I got some scrapbook paper for like Independence Day projects. They had some neat patriotic supplies. Dalton's outside. I was hoping he didn't come to the front door. But I want to work on this. These are not on sale this week, it looks like. It'll probably be next week. And if you wait until next week, you can probably get this for about $15. I want to work on maybe applying part of this transfer to it. And then I made a stencil in my silhouette program. I'm having issues with the inside of the letters. I made this from a group of fonts. I think it's called Melanade. And I had a group together 3 different versions of it, and then I had to weld it together, and then I actually used the warp tool, and I kind of played with it for a little bit. So if you're interested, I'll probably put this in the MPD library, so that way if you're a member you can get this for free. And I just lost the middle of the E, or the O. So if I lose any more, I'm just going to come back with a little tiny paintbrush and just kind of paint that little area in that I just lost. So that's the issue. That's what I've been fighting with all morning. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and also don't forget I have the gifting challenge for May going on. So if you're hopping on, let me know. It's gonna be next Friday. I'll draw the giftee, and you're gonna get a chance to win an 8-ounce jar of Dixie Belle paint in the color of your choice. And all you have to do is make sure to like my page, like this video, and then tag 3 friends. So that's what you need to do. So I'm going to go ahead. I kind of have an idea of how I want to do this because I want to kind of overlap my chalkboard. And I want to kind of incorporate those 3 down here. So I'm going to get the scissors out and do some trimming. I wanted to use this part of the stencil up on this chalkboard because I like the colors of it. But I'm going to trim off the white on the bottom because I'm afraid that's going to mess me up. And I'm going to trim around, I think that's a peony. I'm not sure. So yes, this has been, I've had this down here for a couple weeks. I wanted to do something with this chalkboard. And it just kind of this week kind of like, oh, that's what I want to do, is add some more transfers to it. So I'm kind of on a transfer kick. Let's include some berries. Let me see here. So I'm just kind of fitting over there because I want it to overlap the edges. So this is going to be a little bit different than I'm playing. And can you tell me, is that an alum? Is that what that's called? This one right here? That one right there? I was going to look that up and I forgot. So if you got any special plans this weekend, let me know. I don't think we do. Not unless Meryl comes up with something. I'm trying to cut this one where the 2 flowers overlap so it looks like I'm not just gouging into the flower. And I still have this one saved from last Monday. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that yet, but I pulled it out just in case. So this is what I wanted to use, or part of it. And I'm going to put it down here on the corner and kind of overlap the frame. So we're going to see if this will work out so I can use the frame and then also put it back on my chalkboard. So I'm going to peel off the backing. try and find a place where it doesn't have a transfer on it. And I'm going to do the frame part first. Now this is going to be the tricky part, because I want to not fold it in like I've been doing on some of my projects. We'll see how this works. It's not going too bad. That part's not down. Okay, I'll make sure I don't get anything on there. Okay, that came up a little bit. So that's the start of what I'm doing, where I kind of overlap the frame. So let me see if I can get this on here so I don't ruin anything. I'm going to put it back on the backing. Because I think I want to do some trimming. And cut off that white space. I don't want to ruin the transfer on the back side. If I put my hands on there, I'll ruin it. I'll get on my fingers instead. And now I've kind of got a guide for where that frame is on where to cut. So I can kind of fit that in on the inside, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So I kind of cut that. Hi Mindy, hi Marlene. So I was just kind of noodling an idea on how to do this with the transfer. So now I'm just going to put that inside where the chalkboard is. Got any questions, let me know. I'm kind of playing around here. I gotta be careful where I touch, and I've kind of taken away what I can touch. Yep, I'm getting a little transfer on my fingers. Got a little bit on my fingers. There we go. So I'm putting a transfer on the chalkboard. I've been using this chalkboard off and on to write messages on, and then I just kind of got out of it. I've used a stencil, and I've did some decorations on this with chalk and not paint, but this time I'm going to use actual paint and make it permanent. So it's been one of those days. I've been fighting with my stencil with the letters on the inside. So, and I wanted something not too light because my paint I'm going to use is going to be white. And where did my pick go? Hold, please. I guess we'll use that. Okay, let's see if I can get this up. So let me know if you got any questions. But yeah, I'm just playing around with something that I had on hand. Hi, Melissa. How you doing? And this transfer, I think, is Wondrous Floral by ReDesign with Prima. And I used this Monday on my tabletop armoire. And I kind of had to stop on that because I'm still looking for some supplies. I wanted to do the, you know, the ring section where they have the rolls. I'm trying to find more foam rolls because I wanted to replace that with some of my own fabric. So if you know of any place that sells those, let me know, because I checked Hobby Lobby yesterday and I didn't see anything like that. I did see foam, but not in the rolls. Let me see if I can get this up. There we go. So I'm just taking off the top clear sheet once I get my design down. If it starts pulling up with it, just push it back down and start rubbing again. I think we got it. So there's the beginning of it. It's best to have like a towel and rub over it to make sure it's all sticking good. There we go. And I think I am going to put this on here somewhere. This is left over since I've got a little purple going in here. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there from last week or Monday. I'm just going to kind of overlap it a little bit. There we go. So let me know what you guys are up to. Hi Regina, how you doing? I'm personalizing a chalkboard sign from Hobby Lobby. And they're not on sale this week, but they're on sale probably next week. So if you wait, you can probably get this for like $15. And then do what you want with it. So I kind of overlap the transfer over the frame to kind of tie it in. I'm using Wondrous Floral, and I'm going to go ahead and stencil it. I've lost part of my lettering on the inside. Yeah, I do too. This is one of their new ones, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and stencil it with this, with the welcome stencil I made. So I'm probably going to put this in the MPD library, so if you want to join, you can access this free, because this is actually a font family that I put together. And then I use the warp tool. Now I found the inside. Those darn little letters. Okay, there's two of them. I'm losing the inside of my letters on my transfer. So I end up warping it a little bit and kind of making it so that way I can put it hopefully like up in here and kind of tilt it a little bit is what my plan is. So that's what I'm planning on doing here. So I'm going to go ahead and use some contact paper, clear contact paper, and go ahead and rub over it. Try not to lose any more letters. I'm going to cut this one down. This one's almost done. It's kind of losing its stickiness. And I've got a new one already prepped. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut this down so that I can fit it in my sign. And hopefully not lose any more letters. There we go. This will make it easier. So that one's done. And just like with the transfer, you take off the backing. If you can get a hold of it. Okay guys, I need help. Let me see. There we go. I'm going to take off the backing, looking for any letters, any middle of the letters coming up. Push them back down. Yeah, I lost another one there. I'm going to keep it there for now, and I'll try and put it back on when I get done. So, yeah, I've been having issues with that today. So I'm going to overlap it on my transfer. then pull off the transfer tape. And try and keep everything in there. Okay, I'll keep that just in case. All right, now I gotta do some moving around because my letters kind of moved. The inside of my letters are not wanting to stick where they're supposed to today. They're staying on my hands, they're staying on, they're flipping to someplace they shouldn't be going. That one doesn't go there, that one goes there. And if I can't find one, I'm just gonna come back and just do like I don't know. You'd have to probably experiment with that. Do you have a Cricut, Melissa? Can you use stencil material without a cutting mat? Because with my Silhouette Cameo 3, I can use it without a cutting mat for certain things like this and vinyl decals. Okay, so that I don't know. You might have to play. Yep, I've lost one, I think. Nope, there it is. Yeah, normally I don't find them very well. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and stencil that. And I'm gonna use Dixie Belle's cotton. And I'm gonna just be very careful since I didn't burnish it. Let's go ahead and do this. I've got two brushes here. I'm gonna go ahead and use a pouncer brush. Okay. You do use a mat, Melissa? If you do, you probably can, but you'll have to cut it down to the size of the mat, I would think, and kind of piece it depending on the size of your design. Yeah, you just might have to play with it. I like using contact paper normally. Of course, today I'm having issues, but you know, it's usually fixable when I do. Yeah, you just might have to play with it. Now I'm just going to do one coat since I'm pouncing it. It'll probably have pretty good coverage. And when I get done, I am going to probably put a sealer on here. I'll just wait and see how it dries and see. I think the background might need, this kind of background kind of is a little bit shiny. So I'll probably use the satin, Dixie Belle satin on here and clear coat the inside and over my transfer. So yeah, I'll put this design in the library so that way if you're an MPD tribe member, you can get it and use it if you want, unless you want to make your own. So it's not that hard. I think that the font is Melonade is what it's called, and I basically had to write the word welcome without the W in the front part and E on the end, and then I had to do them separately and then kind of put them together and weld it. So I'm going to go ahead and carefully pull it up since it's still wet so we can see what it looks like. I got some bleeding, so I'm going to have to fix that. So yeah, I probably should have burnished it, but I'll have to fix it with a little, oh, I got another place to fix. I'll have to fix it with my baby wipe and my little spatula here. I'll have to go around and clean up. I'm gonna wait for it to dry before I pull those insides out because I'll definitely smear. So, but there's my sign. So my little chalkboard sign. I can probably put this on my coffee bar or, you know, in my living room or my dining room, wherever I wanted to put it. So let me know what you think. Don't forget the Make Gifting Challenge ends next Friday. So all you have to do is like this page, like this video, and tag 3 friends. And I'll put you in the drawing for next Friday for an 8-ounce jar of Dixie Belle paint. So, got any questions, let me know. So yeah, I'll have to clean up around there because I've got some bleeds. But other than that, I think it looks really good. It was a neat idea. So then I overlapped it also. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, a safe weekend, and I'll see you, I'll probably plan on seeing you Monday, and I'll figure out something to do. We'll still do a video. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.